Hello, Taurus. Okay, this card wants to pop out. Okay, so hello, Taurus. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. Let's get right into it. The moon is in Virgo. Take only what resonates with you, and readings just in general. Just take only what resonates with you. If it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That's simple. Let's get into your reading. All right. So a moon in Virgo, waxing crescent moon to be exact, in Virgo focuses on intention setting, refinement, healing, practical progress. We have a couple of planets. I am valued by my community. Um, we have a couple of planets that goes retrograde very, very soon. So right now, Pluto is retrograde in Aquarius, and Neptune is going retrograde in Aries on the 4th of July. And then on the 13th of July, Saturn goes retrograde, and then the 8th, it goes retrograde in Aries. And then on the 18th, I believe it goes retrograde in Leo. Mercury goes retrograde in Leo. And then on the 30th, Chiron goes retrograde on in Aries. So that's three planets that go retrograde in Aries. So a lot of towers, a lot of awakenings, lots of total recall of things. So yes, you're valued by your community. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's see. All right, this is going to be a 6-question spread. Not necessarily a 6-card spread, but a 6-question spread. So the first question that I want to ask Source for on your behalf is, where is Taurus being called to grow right now? Where's Taurus being called to grow right now? So with all those tower moments, it's a lot of awakenings. A lot of people are remembering, having total recalls of some things. So while you're valued by your community, the I am is God, right? So that's a particular community. But what happens when people are obviously, who could be operating in their demons, right? Here's a Page of Pentacles here. Something about an areas to grow is being more patient, on a new job or raise, like being more patient around your money, being more patient around physical existence of things, being more patient with your kids, being more patient. Um, that's what I'm saying. That's the same. What areas is Taurus being called to grow right now, according to the cards, right? So what is going on with kids? So his Page of Pentacles here. Um, Something around news, or trying to find out news, or desire, or being diligent about things. So it's just saying somebody still has that's the message that's come, because page energy is messenger energy, right? So yeah, here's the Ace of Swords here. Ace of Swords speaks to all of the speaks to all of the air signs: Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. And then again, Page of Pentacles. Um, Page of Pentacles, if you read cards, speaks to Virgo and Taurus, right? So Virgo and Taurus being more patient when it comes to a new job, or new raise, or family, or money news, or like you waiting on some money news, like somebody want to feel like new money. I'm waiting for some new money to come through, and something could have been giving somebody almost a nervous breakdown. But again, these planets going retrograde, those three planets, Neptune, Chiron, and Saturn, all in Aries. A lot of karma coming back around. So Saturn is a karmic planet. Neptune is the kind of sort of illusions, like you don't know what to believe and what not to believe and what to believe. And then you got Chiron, is going to make you remember, when you slow down, what your deepest emotional wounds. And that's what the first question is around. So somebody is going to sever ties with someone, a younger energy. Somebody is going to sever ties with a younger energy. Um, what practical step? Okay, this card came out. How did it come out? Oh, came out in reverse. because somebody is not thriving. Somebody is not thriving behind closed doors. They need to be out in the fresh air. Whoever this energy is, somebody needs to be out in the fresh air. But this came out in reverse here. Um, so it's just saying, usually with the Ten of Swords, well, in this particular card, where this person is standing up, thriving, right, hair blowing in the wind, this kind of thing. A lot of people have in common, like if, like I said, practical steps, like in areas of growth. So something is stunning somebody's growth here. What practical steps can Taurus take to support this growth? Is speaking things into existence, really just kind of like just feeling like, okay, I'm just grateful, and just putting together gratitude lists. I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for that. Staying in a posture of gratitude. What have you already received that you're grateful for? I'm grateful for life, breathing, health, moving my fingers and toes. Gratitude, just gratitude. What habit or mindset is ready to be refined or released? And that's it right there around money. What you pay attention to, or what you don't pay attention to. But like I said, it's a lot of tower moments happening in July. So you can free yourself from a lot of things. So how can Taurus nurture their body and well-being in this cycle? Through work. hmm So somebody may be able to work from home. Somebody may be getting an opportunity. Somebody may have had a wish to work from home, and that wish may be granted. So somebody says, you know what, I want to telework. I want to work from home. Then bam, there it is. Um, is the Ten of Wands here? So um, somebody could be responsible for you moving. But sources, there's a Sagittarius involved in something. Um, I don't know how Sagittarius plays a role in this, but um, they could play a role in you either not moving anymore or moving, right? But a high vibrating Sagittarius is optimistic, freedom loving, and intellectual. But a low vibrating Sagittarius is tactless, restless, and irresponsible. So I don't know who the Sagittarius is in all of this, but somebody's gonna feel like emotionally they have hit the jackpot because something is coming right to your physical door. Like, um, yeah, somebody's gonna physically give you something that's gonna make you feel like this whole new lease on life. Something like said, Page of Wands here, right? So looks like somebody was kind of an active teenager in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And that's the message that somebody is delivering. Somebody could be delivering a message that somebody was active as a teenager. Um, and again, don't know who this Sagittarius is. You could have Sagittarius. Sagittarius actually rules ninth house. So you want to see what your sign is in your ninth house. Yeah, so you want to find out what your sign is in your ninth house. Because I feel like looking at the cards here, um, something around a Leo and a Taurus. Somebody is, talking about how active people were as teenagers, whoever these energies are, and like them doing something um, to bully somebody to want to have a whole new lease on life. So something is going to come to your door. And this could be like a family member, like you've been praying that somebody could work from home or something like that, or that you could work from home. And that wish looked like it's going to be granted, but something else is coming to your door, basically saying that there was um, somebody was bullied to move, and somebody saying that this Leo and Taurus were very active teenagers. So a light is shining on something, or some kind of confusion about two energies. They could also be the ones that are moving because they don't want to be bullied from something they did in a shady way. Could be a karmic couple, right, that you may have traveled with, and one succumb to passive and powerless behavior, other ones egotistical, materialistic, and forceful. They play some role, whoever this energy is, and so doing something shady or some kind of competition, right, behind an Aquarius's back. And so something has been brought to light. Something has come to light. And you're seeing something from a higher frequency now. You're really, really seeing how, let me see, why people were kept apart. Something now will start making more sense to you. Like, okay, now I'm seeing, okay, why somebody wanted a whole new lease on life, why people were being kept apart, and somebody was being bullied to move, trying to stop somebody from their north node. Capricorn rules north node, or the rules 10th house. And so somebody was really trying to stop someone becoming famous from their career. Somebody was really trying to stop someone with this public image, trying to end someone's public image. These are family members that are doing this. Like, something is getting ready to become so clear, it's going to help somebody to learn how to focus as to why people want a new lease on life when it comes to family members. They work really, really hard, and then people sending people straight to people's front door to try to stop them from thriving. And so something could be coming from a Virgo, but something is now coming to light for somebody. Somebody's son, if somebody has a son, right? Somebody's son, or it could be somebody's daughter that you just kind of like the whole world revolves around somebody. But it's going to be a reason why some people just really needed to get away from these dark magician energies that like to see people as competition, like to bully people being shady towards them and all this other stuff. And some people just don't want to be around people. They just want to get on a plane and just travel and this, that, and the other. They don't want to be around people. They don't want to pay attention to them. They don't want to work with them. They don't want to receive any kind of handouts from them. Just know nothing. Just a whole new lease on life away from these certain energies, right? And so, yeah, something about somebody's demons. Like, some people just obsessed with trying to find out the dark side of people so it can always appear that they're the light to other people's darkness. But somebody was obsessed with finding out what people's obsessions are, what their restrictions were, if, what if they were a lustful spirit. I mean, somebody was just determined to end someone from being able to move wherever they wanted to move, just by being shady, all because somebody has financial independence. This is what you and other people can relate to looking at the cards here. People wanting to just like really stop you from getting to your north node. So after all the sacrifices that you made, somebody was sacrificed. And so somebody now has some idea as to why someone is not going back to something, or why nobody's coming back to something. Nobody wants to be around certain energies at all because of just this non-stop trying to stop somebody from honoring source, like going to their whatever their purpose is for God. Here we have the Two of Swords here. Yeah. People trying to have people restricted, put in jail. I mean, blindsided, put in all these different situations. And so somebody's like, okay, something is starting to make more and more sense to somebody. Yeah. And so you're learning how to rise above the judgment, because some people are obsessed with bringing out the worst in people's kids. Like something is a competition. And so that's why somebody is not going back to something. And so some people are going to think that you turn your back on them, but you're actually using your energy to take a leap of faith. You're saying, you know what, I'm trying to expand. I need to take a leap of faith. I'm not turning my back on anybody. But that is going to almost be like carbon copy, which you heard people turning their back on people when they're trying to get to their north node. Like, oh, this person, they could have supported you. They could have prayed for you. They could have been in a circle and prayed with you. They could have done all this if it could have, should have, would have, judgment being brought down. People are now starting to realize, okay, I need to reel that back in, because again, the entire planet is under judgment. This judgment card right here is in Aquarius right now. It's retrograde in Aquarius, but Pluto is going to be in Aquarius after it's retrograde. It's going to be in Aquarius until 2043. That's a long time for people to learn how to rise above judgment of other energies. So again, I'm saying you being valued by your community, but things are coming out where somebody's going to help you to really learn how to rise above judgment um, of others. Life source. When life comes to a standstill, turn inward and focus on joy and excitement. Your inner light keeps moving, keeps everything alive and moving, right? Miracles in the dark. In the darkest moments, it's easy to feel lost and alone. When you stay focused on the light, you'll receive blessings beyond your wildest dreams, right? Everything is here. Embrace the spiritual belief that everything already exists in the here and now. Live in the present moment and be grateful for what you have. Again, somebody's learning how to rise above the judgment of when you're dealing with people who are literally obsessed with people's demons. Yep. So a light is shining on something that somebody may not have known as to why someone's obsessed. All right. That is what I have for you. Are there any last messages, source, for my let me see. Any last messages, source, for my Taurus? Any final messages for Taurus? Any final messages? I saw that card at the bottom of the deck. Somebody said about poisoning somebody's food. What in the world? Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, somebody's walking away, free. Somebody's like, you know what? They're freeing themselves from a bunch of chaos and confusion. Somebody's walking away as a free person. They just like, there's been so much confusion going on around something, but somebody is saying, they're free. Yeah, somebody's freeing themselves from nightmares, even talking about it anymore. Somebody's completely freeing themselves because 6 and 2 is 8, which speaks to Gemini. 9 of Source speaks to Gemini. We're not talking about a Gemini. But the reason why somebody's freeing themselves of this, because Gemini rules third house. Third house is about early education, intelligence, sibling interaction, logic, reason, communication, skills, short trips, hobbies. Somebody's basically like, look, talking to or about certain people is just been causing people nightmares. So that's just the end of that. Rising above the judgment. So because there's too much judgment coming down on people, demonizing people's gifts. And I'm looking at this right here: angel on one shoulder, devil on another shoulder, right? And so everybody's made sacrifices, but then you got one energy in between is nitpicking every little thing. Oh, they not doing this right, they not doing that right. That would be like somebody criticizing how I read cards. I could care less. Really, I mean, or any other reader probably don't care, especially if you're a person who channels. You have a lot of different gifts and you can read cards the traditional way, 3-card spread, 6-card spread, 4-card spread, you know a Celtic card spread. It's a whole lot of different type of spreads. But source is saying a lot of times people are reading, like laying out a story, asking source questions. But here we have daughter of knives. Somebody's just coming through, cutting everybody off, cutting, just coming and through and just cutting everybody off, right? So how can Taurus nurture their body and well-being during this cycle? And this is learning how to rise above the judgment. But part of it is knowing what your moon sign is. That's the other side of Virgo, is not being so analytical to a point of just criticizing every little thing, judgmental when it comes to a younger person. Because it's literally somebody feels like they're blindsided, and somebody's getting tired of being just talked to like they literally unalived already, like they don't even exist. Like somebody wants to do a destiny swap, literally, like Every time they're trying to have a good day, here comes somebody saying something horrible to their face about something, like an obsession. Like somebody's obsessed with some kind of a swapping their good day. When they have a good day, here comes somebody talking to them about something they heard or saw, or somebody brought them something. It's just negative, and it's just causing them nightmares. And they just want to be free of it. And so you got to be careful when somebody, when they want to be free of all of the confusion and chaos. That can mean a whole lot of things. Because what's hidden in the judgment card is death. So when people are saying they want to be free of something, that could mean a whole lot of things. That could mean like somebody wants to move. They just need to get away from all the chaos and confusion, So somebody's wish is being fulfilled. If somebody maybe being able to work from home, is coming to light. Somebody want to work from home and wish is being fulfilled. That's going to free somebody. Yeah, because some people are talking about what you're seeing here on this card, this dog urinating on somebody's headstone. Like somebody, I mean, what in the world? Somebody just talking about just something is his heartbreaking and deeply disappointing to hear people just being cut off left and right because they have been a nightmare. And it's two sides to it. So somebody basically is just trying to stop all the nightmares from going. So if you're a reader and there are people that's just like, I don't want to hear so and so, if it's your family, they have a choice not to watch it or call you or say something and say, "Oh, I was watching so and so. What exactly are you talking?" Ask for some kind of explanation. But it looks like people are doing stuff in secret. That's what this looks like. People are doing stuff in secret. They're just in receiving mode, paying too much attention to something from home. They're paying too much attention. Yeah, here we have Dr. Grant here. So yeah, and seeds are just being planted. So if somebody works from home already, and you've been praying to work from home, or somebody else has been praying to work from home, but somebody's been just planting a bunch of seeds that's just growing, 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 and they're analyzing stuff like they're a doctor, like just analyzing every little thing. So it's two hermits, two people who. But somebody is just paying just way too much attention to somebody else's job, like what they're doing and why why they're financially independent. So if there's a Virgo on the scene connected to you in some way, shape, form, or fashion, they're paying too much attention to somebody's job in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And somebody else has been praying to work from home because stuff is getting to people. It's causing them they can't even sleep, getting nightmares, whoever this is. So here's the two of baskets here. This is kindred spirits. Kindred spirits does not necessarily mean that somebody's romantically involved, right? But yeah, it's like soon as somebody walked through a door. 9 and 2 is 11. It's like as soon as somebody walks through a door, they're enlightened about something because 11 it symbolizes light. So it's like as soon as somebody get off the fence, walk through a door, walk through a portal, they're enlightened about something. Somebody wants a whole new lease on life, but people working from home is just paying way too much attention to something. Too much attention to somebody being financially independent. And in other words, pocket watching. So somebody has some kind of ideas, who's behind it, but you're focusing on what lies ahead. Something is, yeah, somebody will be celebrating something soon. Looking at the car, somebody will be celebrating something soon. Yeah, because something is being brought to light. Something is going to happen really, a quick progression of something is happening here. Some kind of quick progression of something happening here. Yeah. 9 of Cups here. So again, double wish fulfillment for two energies. Double wish fulfillment for two energies because somebody is just nitpicking every little thing, um, and just obsessed with something. So here we have, and it's causing somebody to cry, causing somebody to lament. So, all right. Any last messages? Any last messages? I think that's the last message there. All right. Grounded. Many of the most evolved beings on earth are regular folks living with joy, dignity, and courage. So getting grounded, trying to get grounded. And trying to get grounded. But yeah, somebody's doing way too much pocket watching, trying to figure out how somebody's financially independent to a point of it almost comes across as somebody is not good at handling their own money. So somebody's watching too much somebody else's pockets just too closely. So something needs to go into a burning bowl and get outside and get some fresh air under the sunlight and wash all that stuff off because it's causing people to be talked to and feeling like they're not even there. It's like literally it's like people are talking to somebody like they not even like they don't even exist. Like a destiny swap has already happened. Being shady, making all kinds of comments, like somebody sitting there watching like soap operas all day long and just talking to somebody it's just in invoking nightmares for somebody. But anyway, that's what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful. And so if it's you that's working or working from home, or you got a spouse or somebody working from home and somebody else there, somebody is just at this point tired of hearing it, trying to hear it about something, tired of being blindsided by stuff. But that's what I have for you. Bye.